Dear student, today we will start the second year syllabus. The first chapter is electrostatic. First we know about the or define the electrostatic. It is the branch of physics in which we deals with the static charges and its effect. In this chapter, we study about the static charges. First, we know that what is charge. Charge is the property associated with matter due to which it produces and experiences electrical and magnetic effect. Now, the question will be arise from where the concept of charge comes. Then the answer will be the excess or deficiency of electrons in a body gives the concept of charge. From the definition of the charge, it is also clear that charge is always associated with matter. That is, charge cannot exist without mass, though mass can exist without charge. Next point is, if we say the body is negatively charged or the body is positively charged, it means what? When we say the body is negatively charged, that means the body has gained some electrons. While a body is positively charged, it means the body has lost some of its electron. For example, in chemistry, you write the molecular formula of sodium chloride NaCl. Here Na plus Cl minus. That means Na lose 1 electrons and Cl gain 1 electrons. Now, the SI unit of charge is coulomb. 1 coulomb is also equal to ampere second. That means ampere second is called coulomb. In CGS unit, stat coulomb, and 1 coulomb equal to 3 into 10 to the power 9 stat coulomb, or it is also called ESU of charge, electrostatic unit of charge. The practical unit of charge are ampere hour and Faraday. The practical unit of charge are ampere hour and Faraday. 1 ampere hour equal to 3600 coulomb and 1 Faraday equal to 96,500 coulomb. Charge is a scalar quantity. It is two kinds, positive and negative charge. It is transferable. The process of transfer is called conduction. Some particles such as photon or neutron, which have no rest mass, can never have a charge, because in the previous point I will tell to you that where is the charge, there is the mass. But these particles, photon or neutrino, has no rest mass, so it has no charge. Charge is also quantized. That means the number of charges resides on the body are the integral multiple of basic charge. That means Q is equal to plus minus Ne. Here n is integer, that is n equal to 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. It tells that the charge resides on a body or a charge transfer from one body to another body. It is integral multiple of basic charge. That means on a body its charge is 2e, 3e, 4e or minus 2e, minus 5e, 4e. That means it is always multiple of basic integral multiple of basic charge. But in the recent years, some physicists are predicted that in the universe some such type of particles is present which holds the fractional charge, such as 2 by 3 electrons, 5 by 7 electrons. Such type of particles are named quarks. That means if the question will be asked, what is quarks? Then you have to tell that the particles which holds the fractional charge are called quarks. Charge is conserved. It means in an isolated system, total charge does not change with time. This property of the charge is called conservation of charge. Now the term isolated system, it means such type of system which is not interact with the surroundings. That means in an isolated system, the system does not supply the charge to the surroundings nor absorb the charge from the surroundings. Such type of systems are called isolated system. Now, another property of the charge is invariant. It means charge on a body does not change whatever be its speed. Next property of the charge is when the charge is in rest, it produces only electric field, but when it is in motion, it produces electric and magnetic field both. But if the charge is in motion and also it is accelerated, it produces electric and magnetic field as well as it radiates energy in the form of EM wave. The full form of EM wave is electromagnetic wave. Now, another point is charge always resides outer surface of a conductor. Then what is the reason behind this? Because like charges repel and try to get as far away as possible from one another and stay at the farthest distance from each other, which is the outer surface of the conductor. Due to this nature or property, thus a solid or a hollow conducting sphere of same outer radii will hold maximum equal charge, and a soap bubble expands on charging. Another point property of the charge is that in case of conducting body, no doubt the charge resides on its outer surface. But the distribution of charge, that means the charge density, is not uniform. It is maximum where the radius of curvature is minimum, and vice versa. That is sigma inversely proportional to 1 by r. Here r is the radius of curvature and sigma is the surface density. This is why the charges leaks from sharp points. Next point is a body can charged by friction, induction or conduction. In case of metal, the induced charge can be lesser or equal to inducing charge, but never greater, and its maximum value is q dash equal to minus q into under big bracket 1 minus 1 by q. Here q is inducing charge, q dash is induced charge, and k is dielectric constant of the material of the uncharged body. In case of the metal, in electrostatic, k equal to infinity. Therefore, q dash equal to minus q. It means in metal, induced charge is equal and opposite to inducing charge. We can charge the body by friction. Some objects that acquire the charges by friction, when the glass rod rubbed with silk, the glass rod is positively charged and silk cloth is negatively charged. When fingernail rubbed with ebonite rod, then fingernail is positively charged and ebonite rod is negatively charged. Plastic sheet or amber rod rubbed with woolen cloth, the woolen cloth is positively charged and amber rod or plastic sheet is negatively charged. Woolen carpet rubbed with rubber shoe, then the woolen carpet is positively charged and rubber shoe is negatively charged. When we rub the comb with our dry hairs, then dry hair is positively charged and comb is negatively charged. Now, we know about the charges and also you know about the property of the charges. One of the property is quantization of charge. Quantization of charge, that is Q is equal to plus minus NE. From this we can using this equation, some basic numericals can be asked. For example, when a polythene piece is rubbed with wool, the polythene acquire a charge of minus 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 12 coulomb. Calculate the number of electrons transferred from wool to the polythene. Second, what is the charge on wool after rubbing? The question, or according to question given that charge on polythene Q is equal to minus 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 12 coulomb. Then we have to find the number of electrons. Using the equation Q is equal to plus minus NE. From this equation, N is equal to Q by E. ATQ, Q is equal to minus 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 12 divided by minus 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19. This much equal to 10 to the power 7. That means 10 to the power 7 electrons are transferred when a polythene piece is rubbed with wool. Now, second part of the question is, what is the charge on wool after rubbing? In the question given that polythene acquire a minus 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 12 coulomb, and now I tell you that by friction both the body is charged equal in magnitude but opposite in nature. So if polythene acquire minus 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 12 coulomb, then the wool acquire a charge plus 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 12 coulomb. Another question, numerical question, can you see when an ebonite rod is rubbed with fur, the ebonite rod is found to have a negative charge of 3.2 into 10 to the power minus 8 coulomb. how much mass is transferred from fur to ebonite? The total charge in the question given that the total charge on ebonite run equal to minus 3.2 into 10 to the power minus 8 coulomb. Then the number of electrons equal to n equal to q by E. Putting the value of q which is given in our question, E is the basic charge on electron, then this much equal to minus 3.2 into 10 to the power minus 8 divided by minus 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 equal to 2 into 10 to the power 11. That means 2 into 10 to the power 11 number of electrons are transferred. Then how much mass? The question will be asked, how much mass is transferred. We know that mass of one electron is 9.1 into 10 to the power minus 31 kg. Then the mass of 2 into 10 to the power 11 electrons is equal to 9.1 into 10 to the power minus 31 into 2 into 10 to the power 11 kg equal to 18.2 into 10 to the power 20 kg. Therefore, mass transfer from fur to ebonite equal to 18.2 into 10 to the power minus 20 kg. In the first class, we explained the two numericals using the property of one of the property of the charge, that is quantization of charge. If you have any doubts regarding this class, you may ask the question, and it's all right for today class.